saved by the blood. I'm saved, you're my defender. You fight for me, I will remember. You're all I need. Though I walk through the valley of the shadow, and I stand face to face with the enemy, I will know I am not forsaken. You surround me when the fire is at my feet. Though I walk through the valley of the shadow, and I stand face to face with the enemy, I will know that I am not forsaken. You surround me when the fire is at my feet. You're my defender, you fight for me, I will remember. You're all I need, you are my healer, my remedy against the power of the unknown. I will not stand alone, 'cause you're my defender. I can't see you when the night is closing in. I will trust you when it seems that there's no hope. And I hold tight to the promise you have given, 'cause this I know, and I am confident. You're my defender, you fight for me, I will remember. You're all I need, you are my healer, my remedy against the power of the unknown. I will not stand alone, 'cause you're my defender. I'm saved by the blood, I'm saved by the blood of Jesus, saved by the blood. I'm saved by the blood of Jesus, saved by the blood. I'm saved by the blood of Jesus, saved by the blood. I'm saved, you're my defender. You fight for me, I will remember. You're all I need, you are my healer, my remedy against the power of the unknown. I will not stand alone, 'cause you're my defender. Saved by the blood, I'm saved by the blood of Jesus, saved by the blood. I'm saved by the blood of Jesus, saved by the blood. I'm saved by the blood of Jesus, saved by the blood. I'm saved, you're my defender. You fight for me, I will remember. You're all I need, you are my healer, my remedy against the power of the unknown. I will not stand alone, 'cause you're my defender. Okay, if you're still with me, my name is Steve Brown, and this is Worship Leading Ideas and Tips, otherwise known as Worship Lit. And today's song was My Defender by Jeremy Camp. This is one of my favorite songs on the radio, listening to Jeremy sing it, but I don't think it lends itself perfectly for worship leading without some adaptation. So that's what I've done. I've changed the singing slightly, and so let me talk about that first. There's just a few notes
that where he may go up or down, that I'll just stay on the same note, because I'm assuming that most people trying to sing this on a Sunday morning, it's going to be fairly new to them, and I just don't want them to work that hard. You know, the purpose of doing this song on a Sunday morning is not to perfectly replicate what the original artist does. This isn't a cover of his song. This is an adaptation for worship. And the purpose is that people will worship God. And they can't do that when they're fighting to figure out how a song goes through the whole song. So with that in mind, I sing the first verse twice, because I figure it's going to take them to the end of the first verse before they even start getting an idea of how what's happening. So then I give them a chance to actually sing it a second time. Then we go into the chorus, which is pretty repetitive, so I think they'll catch it pretty quickly. Then we go into the second verse. Now, how Jeremy Camp does it is he has a whole different melody for the second verse than he did for the first verse. And again, I don't think that lends itself to a Sunday morning worship service where people are they've just struggled to learn the first verse, how it goes. And now we're saying, forget what you just learned. Here's a whole new melody for the second verse. No, I'm not going to do that. So I do the same melody on the second verse as I did on the first verse. Then we go to the chorus again. Then we go to the bridge. And on the bridge, I'm not exactly sure what he's doing. He sings, I'm saved by the blood of Jesus. He sings that 4 times. After the first 2 times, there's a higher part, and I'm not sure if it's just a harmony. I mean, it's a harmony, but I'm not sure if that actually qualifies as the new melody, or if it's just a harmony, because it sounds like Jeremy is singing all the parts, so it's kind of hard to tell what he's doing. I've chosen to make those last 2 lines the higher part, the new melody. First 2 lines are down here, the second 2 lines are up here, and then he ends up with saying, I'm saved. And for that, he goes even higher and does a neat little thing. I'm not going to ask the congregation to do that. We're just going to sing that last I'm saved the same way that we sang 2 previous I'm saved, same notes, just to make it easier. Then he goes into the chorus again, and I believe at this point he gets a new melody for the chorus. We're not doing that. We're sticking with the same melody. I'm going to the bridge again and then back to the chorus. And if you want to add, if you have time, and if it's appropriate, add an extra chorus at the end than what I did. You know, do 2 choruses at the end if you want. I just did 1 because the song is already kind of pushing the time limit. So that's how I'm adapting the singing part, just trying to make it easier for people to worship God. That's what it's all about. And there's one other thing. He adds a couple lines at the end of the song, right near the end, that are new lines. And I'm not going to do that because people, by this point, by halfway through the song, or to 3/4 of the way through the song, I'm hoping that they're completely into the worship experience. And I don't want to throw them with a stumbling block to where they go, wait, what's this, something new, a new line? Takes them out of the worship experience. I don't want to do that. So I don't do those 2 lines that he has in his song that I don't have in this adaptation. For the guitar part, it's just 4 chords. We have E minor, we have C, G, and D. And we play those same 4 chords over and over in almost the same pattern. So the song could be monotonous. So what you want to do, and what Jeremy Camp does also on his version, is the verses are more subdued. And then you hit the chorus hard. Because if the whole song is full volume, full intensity, then it loses something in dynamics. So through the verses, I'm just playing 2 or 3 strings. I kind of deaden them a little bit as I go, but I'm basically just playing the bass strings. Like that. When it comes time for the chorus, I play a G, I hold it, and then I sing, you're my, and then I do 4 strums on dead strings. Defend, that's 4. And then for the der part of the word, I go to a D and I do 2 more strums, a down up. defender, and then to the E minor. So, you're my defender. Okay, so you can do that or not. That's how I do it. Just gives it a little bit of interest. So for the strumming pattern of the chorus, I'm doing down, down, up, down, 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 up, down, down, down. So you're my defender, down, down, up, you fight for me, down, down, up, down, 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 up, down, 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 up, down, down, down. And I keep doing that same pattern until I get to the line that says, against the power of the unknown. From that point on through the end of the chorus, I'm just doing straight downs. Against power of the unknown, I will not stand alone, 'cause you're my defender. Like that. The bridge, of course, you'll see that the first time through the bridge, we're just strumming and sustaining. Saved by the blood, I'm saved by the blood of Jesus. And then halfway through, we start the driving pattern again. The second time through the bridge, at the end, I don't want to just do that sustain again, because that may seem a little monotonous to do that twice. So the second time, I still try to do the first half of the bridge kind of quiet, but it's with a gentle picking pattern, just with my pick. By the blood, I'm saved by the blood, Jesus, saved by the blood, I'm saved by the blood of Jesus. And then I go into more driving pattern after that. That's basically how I do it. I hope that I stayed somewhat faithful to the song in this adaptation for a worship service. I would not worry about pushing the limits a little bit, because I think congregations in general are pretty gracious. I know mine is. And a lot of them are willing to experiment with different styles of worship leading. So you might give it a try. I think the main thing is how you're doing it. If people think that you're just up there showing off, or up there just for the music, then that's going to be a turnoff, and people are going to spot that right off the bat. If they can see that you are worshiping God and you're inviting them to worship God with you, I think they're going to be not too hung up with whatever style you choose. So something to think about. Whatever you do, do for the glory of God, and I'll see you in the next video.